Stay right there. Stay put.
Yeah.
Good, nice. All right. I have my girl on the line there. So, right.
Oh, wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. Two good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find. Well, take 5 with CJ and Jester. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon.
Why is this morning looking like a Tuesday morning? Let me just search within myself. Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday.
We're here to realize.
Certainly, it's Tuesday morning.
Take 5.
It is the 28th of July, 2026. And we're in for yet another mental health show.
It's
Take 5.
not be okay. Let's talk it out. Don't drift away. Mental health and matters.
So without any further ado, let me just link up with Kenro. Kenro, good morning, and can you please lead us in a word of prayer? Let's get things blessed. God's blessing this morning on this morning's program.
Good morning to Jester and good morning to the nation. This morning, Lord.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
morning to you and good morning to the nation. This morning, Lord, we give you thanks, we give you praise, we glorify your name, bed. We thank you for waking us up this morning, Lord. We thank you for the health and the strength. We thank you for each and everything. This morning, the country I bring before you. Remember Grenada, Carrico, and Petit Martin. Father, remember the whole world I bring before you. Remember your children this morning, Lord. Father, the sick and afflicted one, those that cannot help themselves, those on the hospital bed, pain racking in mortal body. When it's day, they cry for night, and when it's night, they cry for day. But when thy kingdom come, O Lord, remember them this morning, blessed Lord. Those preparing themselves for the apparition table, those in childbirth after safe deliverance for each and every one of them this morning. Father God, remember your country. Remember Grenada again. Remember Carrico, remember Petit Martinique. Father, the focus of Grenada, the entire of Grenada, this our Lord. Father, look over each and every country, every village, every parish. Father, look down for you and your people this our blessed Lord. You are the rock in the weary land. You are the one who shelter each and every one in the time of storm. I bring the Prime Minister before you this morning. Father, look down upon him with pity and compassion. You knows everything about him. I bring all the members before you this our Lord. I bring all the ministers this our blessed Lord. Remember the opposition, Lord. I bring each and every one of them before you, our Lord. I gotta remember Jelani before you this our blessed Lord. Remember White I bring before you this morning, blessed Lord. You know each and every one of them, our Lord. By the name and by the number you are acquainted to them. But I remember all workers here and everywhere. Look over each and every one. Remember the youth I bring before you. Remember the adult I bring before you, this our Lord. But in a time like now, remember the youth. Remember the adult. Look over them, this our blessed Lord. My God and my King. Remember them this morning. I bring all drivers before you this morning. Father God, I bring that son before you this morning. You know, just by name and by number. Father, reach out and touch me if thou be so pleased. Remember CJ in your hand, this our blessed Lord. Father, the offspring of the body, Lord. I bring each and every one of them before you. Remember Shimon, I bring before you, Lord. Remember in a mark and special way. But oh God and our Father, pass by just a home this hour. Remember the home he left behind. Remember your spring of the body. Remember your companion friend this our Lord. Remember your village and his people this our Master. Remember that radio station. I bring each and every one of them before you this our blessed Lord. But I remember all this stuff is in your hand. Guide them and protect them, Lord. Keep them in the act of safety. Don't allow Satan to manage in their bruise they too. But in thy kingdom come remember them. My God and my King. As the child disciple to say, our Father which art in heaven. Holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us the days our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Hello?
Thank you, Kenro.
Yes, yes.
What's up,
So how is
girlfriend?
you?
I'm good. I'm good, girl.
I,
You are so
I
difficult to
can't
reach.
live.
You know how long I've been
Yes,
trying to
boy.
reach you? Wow.
Yes, I get the message. But
Yes, yes.
sometimes the phone ring and I don't hear.
I,
Sometimes again, I
mm,
do on one line and somebody call. But it's like that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
will
yeah.
thank God for the land of the living, eh?
Yes, yes, yes. I must say
Yes,
that
yes.
I did not make it physically to the funeral, but I did take in some of it home because it came over YouTube as
Well,
well. Yeah.
everybody can come, you know.
Yes.
If
Yeah, yeah,
everybody
yeah.
come, you don't have place to hold them, you know.
You're right.
Some could come and some they able to come.
Yes, you're sure right. You're so right.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But everything went on okay.
Yes, I realize that. I realize that. And
Yeah.
so nice
Last
to
week
hear
I
again.
should come and pray the hour run out on me. That one calling me still, that one calling me. When I check the hour run out on me, I say, well, not this week.
Yeah, because I called and I don't know, I don't know if it was one of your daughters that answered the phone and said
Yeah,
you
me
weren't available.
children.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Yeah, Kenro, girl. So it's
yeah.
so nice to hear from you, man. So we're back on track, yeah?
Yes, man.
What?
Of course, yes.
Right.
By the grace of God, yes. Well,
Lovely.
take care.
Yeah, you have a nice day,
All
right?
right.
Right. Bless.
Okay, same to you. Yes. All right. Bye. Yeah.
Oh, wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take five, you're in the zone. Voices come, hearts that care. Two good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure.
Well, we have already do the most important thing,
With CJ and Jester.
which is digesting the spiritual food
Sure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon.
and leading us
In space.
with that charge was Kenro. So good to hear from Kenro.
Take your time. We're here to read.
And from Kenro this morning was like a breath of fresh air.
8-5, you're not alone. CJ.
Of course, I'm your co-host Jester Noel, and I'll be with you up until 12 midday.
Be okay.
And joining me
Don't
from across the seas,
mental health.
the pretty lady Claire. Good morning to you. Oh God.
Good morning to you.
Morning, my dear.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I am good. I'm good. Are you hearing me properly?
I mean, you're so clear. It seems as
That's
if
my
you're.
name. That's my name. Don't spoil it. You're hearing me clear. Yes.
Oh gosh.
I
Mm-hmm.
am. Every now and then you may hear me coughing. I've got this dry cough that wouldn't go away, so I can't speak so much this morning until I get into the program because I'm not sure if it's allergies. I'm not sure what it is, but I do not have a cold. It's just sitting right here in my throat, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it is.
Once you're not in the Caribbean region, that is likely to happen, man. Just cool.
Yeah, I come here and I find I getting sick with all kinds of things. As someone say, every time they go to space and come back, they bring back something, and every one of us gets it. And we get it first because so much pollution out here.
Yeah.
So it is time to say good morning.
Oh yes.
Let me start by saying good morning to who is on the live already. We have Hilarion Gunpot. Good morning to you. Chance the Gamer 97 has checked in early. Good morning to you, Mary, and good morning to you, Junior, wherever you are. Hope all is well. Let me say good morning to Giselle Grant. I know you're on the road. Good morning, safe drive. Good morning to Sir Caitlin Hallie Douglas, the Hollywood star. She checks in at 10 to 12 and say, I just come out to the garden, but she still checks in. Good morning to NP. Olavachi, buongiorno. Good morning to Coffee in the Morning. Good morning to the Hill Street people, the Clean family. Good morning to the Pierre family, that is Pat Pierre and family. Good morning to William Pierre. SBW, good morning to you. Hope all is well. Good morning to, oh, here I go again. Dugo. Good morning to Kira. Good morning to Navi. That is the Real FM3. Good morning to you guys. Hope all is well down there. Let me say good morning to, oh my gosh, Wendy out here in Toronto. Daphne Date and family in Toronto. Arlene, hope all is well with you. Good morning to boy son. This is my biological SON. Good morning to you. Good morning to, oh my gosh, yes, sir. I'm sticking. Good morning
You
to
have
each.
do you have your water with you?
I've got
Should I
tea. I've
please sit
got
down?
tea. I've got tea. I've got warm
Well, some,
tea with
all
lemon.
right.
And I just
Okay.
had honey and lemon. I'm taking care of it, but I think I need a puff because I think somewhere along the line, I feel as though I'm losing my breath along. So, but from here, I'm going to go to the doctors and get myself all together. But let me say good morning to each and every one of you who checks in every Tuesday morning. Let me remember Carl Belfon, Shadi Belfon, Nikki Sylvester, good morning to my elite warriors. Natalina Buddy, good morning to you. Good morning to each and every one of you. And those of you who I forgot, I didn't really forget you. I'm going to remember as I go along and keep saying good morning because I have to take care of the voice and the truth. So good morning to you all. Jester, it's up to you now.
Good morning to you, Gordon Bushes, Richardson, Leslie Nicholas and his wife, Andy Moose, Bartholomew, Win, Ted, John, Alistair Aito Dugo. Good morning. Good morning, Mrs. Glean and family out there in Boston. Yeah. Good morning to you, Kathy. You were here recently. You're back in London now. It was a pleasure for you being here. Um, Back at home, the Hill Street people. I haven't seen Celia in a while, you know.
Oh, you pray not to see her. She's going to give it to you.
Oh God! Well, the thing about it when Celia sees me, is like she could just call me or she could just take she and come. And
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then you have to obey the command and you got to obey that command.
I tell her Celia don't easy, Celia don't be like I she like a child. You know.
Of course, but you behave like a little child to her, innit?
Oh gosh, yeah, but it's all fun, man. Celia and
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
yeah, we do have some we do have some battles sometimes because just that is not easy for yourself.
Hmm. I forgot to say good morning to Jay Wonder. Jay Wonder, my
Jay
dear son. Good
Wonder,
morning. Yes.
yes, Spice Ram. Good morning
Yes.
to
Oh
you.
yeah,
And to your family.
97.9 Wheel
Yeah,
Noise FM.
yeah.
He's on my end right now.
I'm not missing him out on him these
No,
days.
no, 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 no. You have to be frightened.
Yes. Justin Tutman and his wife. Oh yeah, Justin should give me a call today. Yeah. Once you're listening, please give me a call after the program so we can link. Who else, Claire? My phone. Oh, Michelle out there in Riverside. She refer to herself as Godchild. Miss
Mm-hmm.
Gladys out in Maddie's. Trisha out there in St. David's. Good morning, Miss Patricia Bissessa. Good morning to you all as well. Claire,
Yes. Good
that's
morning
it
to
for
you. Wait, let me tell you.
Oh
You're
God,
looking.
no. Good morning to the Real FM crew, but this
Oh,
girl, like they just can't wait to interfere with me on that Tuesday, man. How can I think they don't tell me, okay, you go
well,
here, what
yes.
you go
Well,
here,
you're
and I'm
you are the
telling them,
kind of person that people have to tell you could tell you anything. You understand? We know what we're doing.
in
We're not
what
stupid, you know.
in what they don't tell me. Yeah,
I
can I-
understand. I understand.
but how
So,
my soul yeah, they do go, easy for yourself. What Dugo is that kind of fella to you. A lot of people look at Dugo simple, but what I love about Dugo, as much as he look calm, when he stands on his point of view,
hmm
ain't no swaying this
but
guy.
who
No,
is his mother? Look at his mother speaking to you right here. Nobody can swear us.
ain't
You know
no
what I'm saying?
swaying.
Nobody can swear us. The thing is, just when
He
you
stands on his
believe, when you
Mm.
know the truth and you believe in the truth, and you're gonna just stick with the truth, and nothing's supposed to sway you. Principle
Yeah.
is principle, and that's it. He stands on principle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So Claire, yeah,
yeah.
that's it. Well, for me, what I'll say, we just in the last weekend was semi-final weekend, so we now have the finalists being chosen for now for the Groovy and Power Soca Monarch, as
Mm-hmm.
well as the Mardi Gras. The Queens and them are set. They made a appearance at the Calypso semi-final on Tuesday
Did you
last.
see Miss and Andrew in all her glory?
Yes, Miss Andrews. She sounds impressive. She
And
looks
Miss St.
impressive.
Patrick?
Yeah, Miss St. Patrick's too. That's Naomi Moore. Yeah, we'll like to wish her and all our competitors the very best going into the competition. Trust that they will make a good show for the public. Yeah. Hmm. Well,
And I
yes.
understand that behind my house on Saturday there will be mucho noise taking place there.
Oh yes, I see. Like they start putting the stage and thing together.
Hmm.
Yes, so
It's a
you
good
know,
thing I'm not there because I wouldn't be able to sleep.
senile fet.
So all the people are going in there, they say, no. You know the funny thing?
So,
Sorry. You know what's funny about a jester?
hmm,
They call it the senile fete, right? And you know when somebody say going senile is not a good thing, yeah? So they call it a senile fete. But if the people that plan this start going senile, and you say they're going senile, you know they'll take serious offense, eh?
yeah, that's it. But okay, what I am concerned about here most of all, and
Mm-hmm.
I really hope, I don't know how the police will be working out this whole traffic thing because usually that kind of fet and them the traffic does be a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have an issue on our hands now because the road that leads to Bathwick from River Sally
Mm-hmm.
is is out of use. You
It's out of
cannot use it.
commission? Okay.
Yes, because of one of the bridges and them down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and I am concerned because they would not, with that road being blocked out, I've foreseen that might have some bearings, traffic wise in relation to the upcoming event. That's
Well,
really concerned because, so for example, me who may not be interested in this thing and for whatever reason I may have to be driving through, how do I navigate without having much traffic hiccups and that's
hmm.
concern really. And
Well,
I
maybe
already
they might block off River Sally area. They go to Coquelin, but then again, Coquelin is
you
just
still
one
at the Patrick
straight.
place.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, those are coming. Those are coming from the St. Andrews side. May have to just stay around the plains, Coquelin side. They're packed there. Those are coming from Sates and so they may have to cut off at Montfenji or Medeiros Junction. Let it do their parking there. Maybe they should just bus people. That's what I'm saying. Just have a certain place to park and just bus the people where they have to go, because that might because the road is really small. It's like two-way traffic, yes, but with that mass amount of people that are going to be coming and the mass amount of vehicles, I don't know how they're going to do that. So maybe all in my community might get cars parking there and all this kind of thing like that. You never know.
So here is what I'll suggest to my colleagues down there, Real FM. Maybe they should really um what I should say, have a little conversation with the police and so as to know exactly what will be taking place, how they plan to deal with that situation. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, so that the public can be aware of what will be taking place traffic wise regarding the upcoming senile fete.
But mind you, you say that, and that's all well and good. But when Riverside Saraka comes on hand, yeah, and they do have places where they said you cannot drive in, you cannot park, you cannot do this. But there are still some of us that wants to break the law, even though it is spelled out clear, pun intended here, spell out clear that you cannot park there, you cannot go through that, and they still accept local people that lives in that area. They're going to home, but there are still people that are going to break the law and say, okay, you know what, I could drive there, and there might be police officers that are friends of theirs that say, go on, man. But when you do that, you're breaking your own law. And every year and every time somebody is going to say, well, last year I went through there and my body was standing and he let me pass. If you're going to set a law about where people park and where they have to go, keep it. Don't break it.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the only way you can get things done properly.
we as citizens, we ought to abide with the rules and the indications that the police issues. I mean, I don't understand why would we want to, do otherwise,
That's
and
all well good on paper, Jester, but when it comes to human, we are different beast. We're different kind of beast, you know. Yeah, I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking the
yeah,
truth.
yeah, yeah. So
Because okay, you will put up a thing and say no trespassing, eh? All right?
yeah,
And because there's danger in wherever they said no trespassing. Take for example, in Bathway, they have flags as to where you can swim and where it's prohibited for you to swim. Somebody might come and
right.
say, "Oh, I know that water. I grew up there forever. I know Bathway and stuff." All this says prohibited, eh? There's a flag that says do not swim beyond. But that person or persons will break the law and say, "Oh, who are they to tell me where I could swim and where I can't swim?" You go and you swim, and you get yourself in some sort of danger in there. And the same people, the what do you call them? The swim, the guard. What do you call them? The swimming pool
The
people.
lifeguard, yeah, the
The
lifeguard.
lifeguard has to risk his life now to come and save you in that portion where it is said it is prohibited. So I'm telling you, not all of us are thinking people because we do not like anybody to tell us what to do and where to go. And if you tell them that, then they will tell us where to go and how to get there.
Yep.
So
All right, Claire. Before we dive into the subject, Carnival is drawing. Is was it? It's not
drawing
too far
here.
away. It's drawing near and
What
near
date
us.
is Carnival, by
But
the way?
is it the? Uh, come here. Let me see. I mean, I don't want to misguide you and anyone else. So let's
You
get
don't
the
have to
date.
misguide me, another.
So because you are not there.
I just want to know when it is so people know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me let you know. So Carnival will be the 10th and the 11th of August. Yeah,
Okay.
that's Carnival Monday and Tuesday.
All right.
Yeah,
10th and
10th and
11th, eh? Okay.
yes.
I'll be home
Mhm.
on the 11th.
Oh yeah,
You're right.
that doesn't sound serious because I know you wouldn't just expose that to some kind of thing.
Why not, baby? I change.
You're not for real. So we have a number of people coming back from
From the diaspora?
yes, yes. So we urge them to play it safe. Take nothing for granted because it has reached me. Nah, let me not say that on air. These ugly things, I would not say that on air. But certain things are not as we always believe. Although we are one of the safest destination in the world, yes, I still hold that to me. But I say take nothing for granted in today's um, era,
No, no,
right?
no. Just
Be
let me
safe.
put it this way for you. There are a lot of people that come to Grenada. And although, yes, we are the safest country in the world or the safest island in the world per se, we don't have a lot of crimes and a lot of stuff happening. But a lot of people come and they think, oh, it's a small island. We kind of stupid and nothing is going to happen to them. That's how they think. Because sometimes you're driving and they walk across the road as though, well, the car can hit them. They take Grenada as a place where anything goes. It is not. Every country has their rule. And like I said before, every one of us has to obey rules when it's or laws when it's established. So don't think that you just take it for granted that you could just come to Grenada, do anything, walk wherever you want and so. There are bad people everywhere on planet Earth, as well
Oh
as there are good
yes,
ones. So, as you
and it,
say, take
mm,
note and be careful when you're traveling, especially when you're traveling by yourself. And if you're traveling with a buddy or a partner or something, make sure that when you're going out, you go out in twos, two of you, so that anything happens, one will be able to report. Don't leave and stray by yourself and think that all is well in your world.
and again, we want a violent-free carnival. Yeah, violent-free, incident-free. If we can have that, that would be so good. I urge all some of the young men who have that thought of putting a cutlass in the waist, please turn away from that. It not making sense.
Or gun.
Know how. All
Hmm.
right. Yeah, I must make mention of that. I must play my role in that regard. I don't want
Well,
no.
we did
Yeah.
have that program about Carnival a couple of weeks ago, and as you see, Carnival is right at the doorstep now. So I
Yeah.
hope what we said in that program, some people are going to take heed to it and do what is right.
Well, we only scratched on the surface of that. We didn't really have that program in its entirety and depth. So myself
We
and Sean,
did, we
you,
did.
well, we'll be linking up after the carnival to have to really dive in a serious way, go in real the depth of the ocean to deal with
Mhm.
such a program coming up. So Claire, it's left up to you now to get the ball rolling for this morning's program.
So, just have you
Yeah.
ever done anything like just a simple thing that make the difference in somebody's life or even in your life? Just
Well,
something simple.
I believe I've done so many simple things already that the simple things might turn out to be so significant. That's the thing. It may not the simple thing may not be big, but it may be very significant. But yet some people may take it for granted and not realizing, wait, I already did that little thing, but it was very significant. So in that case, sometimes they did not take time off to make mention because they feel, well, he's not putting up a house for me or, or something like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So simple things comes in different measures, but significantly, I would say, if you ask me.
Okay. So today we are going to talk about why the little things you do every day are a big deal. And as you said, sometimes it's not to you and to me, it's something simple we do. But to the other person, it is a big deal. So
Yeah,
we're going to start off by saying, have you ever thought about how the smallest things in life can have a big impact on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors? From a small compliment to a tiny act of kindness, little things can make a huge difference in our lives. In this article, we'll explore the psychology behind why these little things matter so much. There's a clip just that I would like you to play for me.
great.
Security guard opened the office gates with a warm smile. Most employees barely noticed him, just walked past, except one woman. She always greeted him with a cheerful, "Good morning, sir." They'd often talk for a minute before she went inside. One rainy morning, she wasn't at work. The guard stood by the gate, waiting, looking disappointed. Next day, she returned and smiled. "Sorry, I had a fever yesterday." The guard smiled back. "I missed our morning talk." Later, another employee asked, "Why does he only smile like that with you?" She shrugged. "Maybe because I actually talked to him." But then, one Monday, the guard wasn't there. No one opened the gates. The office manager came running with sad news. "Our guard passed away last night. Heart failure." Everyone paused, but she broke into tears. At lunch, the manager approached her with a small envelope. "He left this for you." Inside was a handwritten note. "You reminded me of my daughter. She stopped talking to me years ago. Thank you for making an old man feel like a father again." With the note was a keychain. It had 2 words engraved. "Thank you. Drop a heart if you believe. Even a small kindness can live forever."
Okay. Are you looking for that one? So, you heard that, right? We all hear this. We all heard it. So as it says, he was the person that opens the gate every morning. And we see that every day, Jester. Sometimes we're going to a building like a floor or a Grand Lake, and so we have security guards there. And they open the door for us when we're going through. Most of us don't even pay attention to say, "Good morning, how are you?" Or as they say, "How you doing?" None of us, a lot of us don't. But the day, and you notice them, you know they're there, you know sometimes most of the time, and because they are there almost every day, they work some work in shifts, and when the shift end another one comes, but you see them. And then all of a sudden you're not seeing them again, and you ask somebody, "Well, where is the security guard that used to be there?" And they say that person died, or they know them, they expire. And that feeling you get is like, wow, how did that, how did I miss this, and how did this happen? But these are the little things that they talk about. You see, she's the only person that used to stand and speak to him and say, "Good morning and how are you?" He didn't see her one day. He was kind of wanting to know what's going on. Then she didn't see him one day. And the next day, they were told that he passed. But the thing that she did for him, Jester, the little things by just stopping and say, and speak to him and say good morning and how are you, that was a made a big impact on his life. That little bit of kindness that she showed to him. He left a note telling she reminded him of his daughter that is not speaking to him and just a thank you. I mean, when I looked at it, I'm like, wow. And these are the things that you say that we take for granted on a daily basis. We don't pay attention to things around us as we ought to, because yes, our life belongs to us. I'm not telling everybody when you see everybody stop and speak and say because you have to go to work. But always remember the people that are there every morning. When you go to, let's take for example, Western Union, Madeline is there almost every day, or Chrissy is there. And you pass, and if I go and I don't see Chrissy, and I say, well, where is Chrissy? And they said, oh, she's not well. At least I know she's there, and I ask for her because I know the people that are there. You understand? So these are the things that we have to pay attention to, pay a little more attention to in the life that we live. Because as it says, we live in a world, Jester, that love big moves, big achievements, big moments, big changes. And sure, those things are exciting, but most of real life, it happens in the small stuff, the tiny steps, the little choices, the quiet wins no one claps for. Today's reminder is simple but important. Small steps still matter, and it matters a lot, a whole lot.
Oh yes. So Claire, is based on all what you would have said, is like I remember my granny used to be saying, "You never miss the water until the well is dry."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. As you said that, a good friend of mine says, he takes things for granted every day. And then he used the example of the water, the tap. You open your tap every day and you expect to see water coming out. And
Yeah,
one morning you open it and there's no water. And just you and I and everybody else that knows when Nawasa takes the water at home without letting us know how we feel because there's no water. You open the tap to wash your hands, nothing comes out. And these are the things that they're showing us that we should not take for granted, that we should appreciate it, that we should have some sort of gratitude for.
yeah,
The big things in life happen every day. In relationships, you will hear a wife saying or a husband saying, I don't care about the big things. It's the little things that count. A little time when you say thank you, or you bring me a rose, or you bring me something, or you just say, I really appreciate who you are. These are the little things that really count in most of us' lives. Not the big things, because the big things are there every day. Some people say, I give you the house, you have the car, you have the great car, you have to do whatever you want. But this is not what most of us are asking for. These are things that will not make us happy, really, Jester. It may be exciting for a moment when it's new and you get it, but at the end of it, the emptiness that it leaves behind, it doesn't make much of a difference to us because the little things that impacts our life is missing.
yes. The little things really matters. Eh? It really matters. I know that for a
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then we tend to take it for granted, Claire. Quite a lot of us take things for granted. And it's only when we happen to miss them that we realize, oh, how much I'm now
Mm-hmm.
affected with that no longer available, which
Mm-hmm.
which used to bring that sort of comfort to me is no longer available. And where does that leave here?
It leaves us grieving. It leaves us empty. It leaves us in all kinds of way that we shouldn't be feeling. That's what it is. Now it says progress doesn't always look big. We have a comment here. As people, we have to culture our people to be more disciplined. We are not putting enough emphasis on humanity, kindness, and being respectful in yesteryear. And being respectful. In yesteryear, schools used to have courtesy week. We are a little too cold and insensitive in our society. Mr. Pierre, thank you so very much. This is
No,
absolutely, absolutely true.
this is on
We
point.
we lose ourselves. We
We, we
lost ourselves.
we definitely have lost because Claire, and I always remember, and people don't really realize how significant that really was, because so many things been built upon love, and that love come from the godliness. And that has been eluded from us because I remember when I was in school, between 11:30 and 12 o'clock, religious education will come in, right? And that's when that comes in, you say your grace before meals, and then you go to get your lunch. But love was built from that sort of thing happening, all right? And children was able to be much more loving and tolerant and everything like that. With that no longer happening, Claire, why do you believe our society has become what it is today?
We lost ourselves in the
And
era
that's the
of.
point, that's the point Mr. Pierre is making there too, That is relevant to it. Yeah.
I'm going to read it again. As a people, we have to culture our people to be more disciplined. We are not putting enough emphasis on humanity, on humility, kindness, and being respectful. In yesteryear, schools used to have courtesy week. We are a little too cold and insensitive in our society. As you explained, Jester, this is on
Yeah.
point and it is true. The next point says progress doesn't always look big. You don't have to, you don't always see the ways you are growing. And that is true. And we are not talking about growth. We leave 5 feet and we go to 6 feet and 2 feet and go to 3 feet and so. No. In our demeanor, we don't see the progress that we make because we don't always see it, although it's in front of us. Because as we're talking about the little things that makes a big deal in our daily life, the little things, the little act of kindness, all of that that makes a big deal for us every day. So it says you don't always see the ways you are growing. You might not notice how you get out of bed even when you don't feel like it. You breathe instead of snapping when you're upset. You try again after messing up. You show kindness even when you're tired. None of these things are huge or flashy, but they build something real inside you. And what do you think they build?
Hmm.
Mr. Pierre talked about we are very insensitive and we are very cold. They build sensitivity, they build warmth, they build humility. Because when we are not humble, Jester, when we are arrogant and egotistical, we don't even see those things. We take it for granted that we're getting out of bed every morning on our own might and strength. When we upset, the first thing we do is to snap at someone. But it is saying that you don't always see the ways you're growing. And the way you can grow by that is by you breathe, it says, instead of snapping when you're upset. You try again after messing up. We all mess up in our lives, that a lot of stuff that we do. But that doesn't mean that we're going to stop trying. And one of these days, we'll get it so right that we won't mess up. But messing up doesn't mean that you have to give up. You show kindness even when you're tired. And you walk the road every day you drive. And we know a lot of people. We see a lot of people around us. We see elderly folks. We see young people, older people, whoever it is. Sometimes you see people struggling. They come from the supermarket and the bags are heavy. And you just walk by. You just walk past. Those of us that has that sense and look around you, the thing that you can do is to walk up to that person and say, "Can I help you with this one?" They will say, "No, no, 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 I'm okay." Because everybody knows and everybody feels that they can do things by themselves without even anybody helping, right? But we have to be sensitive in that case. Help that person that you see is struggling. And even though you're tired, it won't make you more tired if you just help someone with a bag that's heavy to drop them in the bus stop or help them put it on the bus. These are the things that we're talking about, the little things that the little things that we do every day that is a big deal. Because that person that you took that bag from, or that person that you walk to the bus stop with, or that person that you gave your spot instead of you taking it, or that person that you're in line and you see the way they feel, the way they look, and you said, "You know what? Step in front of me." Even when you go to the grocery stores, the grocery store, and you're making grocery, and you have your cart filled with the grocery, and somebody behind you have just one bag of bread and one bottle of oil. You turn back and you see it, you said to them, "Go ahead." instead of you leave them waiting. And that small act of kindness, you don't imagine and you don't know the amount they'll turn and tell you, oh, thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you. And I just shrugged, no big deal. Because you have to pay attention to these things that are around you. That little act of kindness makes somebody's day.
But it's amazing how our society has become. Respect for elderly is not as prevalent as it once used to be a couple of decades ago. You
Mm-hmm.
know, our young people now, like they just don't care. It's like maybe they think they don't have to become an elderly person at some stage in their life. And if you realize how they
Or
treat
maybe they
people,
never live to meet an elderly person.
it's amazing. But then again, sometimes I say too, because of the lack of proper parental guidance in their upbringing, it
Mm-hmm.
sometimes results in such, and it's
Mm-hmm.
sad, really, really sad.
Yes, it is. She says sometimes, you tell yourself that these people are old, but old doesn't mean that something is wrong with them, because as you say, they don't think that they are going to get old themselves. But they may not make the age of the elderly, because the way they live in their life very fast, they may not make it to old age. So maybe that's why they don't pay attention to the elderly or to anybody else, or respect the people that are older than them in any way or form. So it
Correct.
says,
Our Before you go on, our elderly folks is really the wealth of experience. They are very knowledgeable. I remember when I used to when this is Kala John, the man who I grew up with, used to be managing the home. So a lot of times I used to find myself doing electrical maintenance for the home. And it was such a pleasure in relating to some of the elderly folks in there. I used to be cracking up so much. They're so amusing. Apart from what you will learn of their experiences as they live their life, and it was just so refreshing to just sit back and soak in the experiences of these elderly people, and it comes with some form of amusement. And I used to enjoy that so much. I'm
mhm,
telling
there are
you. Yeah.
wealth of information. And let me tell you, you always say that when you speak to cats, he is a younger person to you, maybe, and you all have serious conversations. Because sometimes the people that you speak to that is the same age with you, you learn the same damn thing. There's nothing to experience that it will give you that you don't know. So sometimes it's better to speak to the older folks that live their life and live it in a way they went through hardship, they went through good ship, they went through bad ship, they went through all kind of ship to reach the age that they are, so that they can give it, and they have a wealth of information that they can share. The younger ones, they are the, how do you call them, the AI people now, the Gen Z. They
Yeah.
know there is a different breed that we are dealing with. So then again, we have to learn from them also, because some of the things that they say, we have no no idea what it is they're talking about. Good morning to you, Miss Wells. Hope all is well.
Good
you
morning
know,
to you, Shams.
they have we have no idea what they're talking about. So some of the words that they use, you stand up with your animal, huh? What is that? And they have to explain to you what they're talking about. So when you see the older folks and you say, well, they're old, they live their life already. Yes, they live their life, but you and me would not be able to live the life that they led. Because we used to say, Jester, you know, my grandma, I was kind of rude when I was growing up. And my grandmother used to tell me, some used to say, you could paddle your own canoe now, and not canoe days, you paddle your own canoe, so you don't want it. And as they say, little pig tell him mother, Mama, why you mouth so long? And she said, come in, you go see. And we used to wonder, what the heck they're talking about with that? As we grow, Jester, in our own age, we realize what they were telling us from day one. Because now our children are doing the same thing that we did, that they used to tell us that.
Yes, yes, you're so right about that.
Have I ever
they,
been wrong?
they used to be they used to be saying it
In
in
parables.
in patois.
Yes.
Some
Yes.
I can't remember how that going.
Something they
Some
used to
kind
tell you
of
about
comment.
Vinica,
Yeah,
where all kind of thing they used to tell you. And you want what it, and it's an injustice they did to us because if they had taught us part, we would have been better off today than we are right now because but they used to use it against us to say bad things about the children and the grandchildren and everything. But saying this
let's
is what I'm saying that our older folks that you say used to go to the old folks home and you go to homes and they start telling you the life story and you wonder how did they survive, especially you hear people that say they had 9 children. They didn't have the jobs that we have today. Their husband used to go and walk in the field, or they themselves used to go and walk in the field. They had one panty, they used to wash it every night and sleep with that panty, and it dry in the morning, they put it back because they were looking after the children. That's how they made it. And a lot of us show no gratitude.
the struggle was real, man.
Oh, it was real, real,
Yeah, yeah.
real, real. And they made it. So there are certain things that we can take from them to help us make our own in this era that we are living in. So it says, none of the above things, huge things, are flashy, but they build something real inside you. They build resilience. They build character. They build a life you can be proud of. So this small act of kindness or the small things that we do that make a big deal in our lives, these are the things that comes out of it. Resilience, character, and pride. And it's not the pride that come before a crash. The pride that you are proud of yourself for what you achieved while you're going through the hardship.
Folks, you are listening to another mental health show for Tuesday with CJ and Jester. We invite you to pick up your telephone and hit the digits 4041189 when you could very be well part of the conversation. So don't deny yourself that opportunity.
And
Yes,
always
Claire, with
remember to like, share, and subscribe. So we're going now to the science of small wins. Small wins, not big ones. There's actually real science behind this. Psychologists talk about something called the small win effect. It means that every time you complete a small task, your brain gets a tiny hit of dopamine, and that dopamine is the feel good chemical. So you are happy when you do something small, or you achieve something small, or you complete something small. Because just a lot of things in front of us, it may look, minuscule, it may look small. But when you started to go at it, it's a different ball game. You find things that you didn't like. Say you buy a small stool and you have to assemble it. When you look at it, you say that is full thing, and you put the seat here and so. When you start, you put the seat, you're missing a screw here or something missing here. You cannot get it no matter what. You sit again, and that is without the manual because we have a problem, we have an issue. When we buy things, we don't sit and read the manual. We just tell ourselves we're building it because we can.
only when we reach real extreme difficulty we decide to refer to the manual. Most people operate like that.
Yes. And
Yeah.
and then when you read the manual and you get to the fact point where oh you have to do this and you build that stool and you sit on it and you did not fall, you feel really happy because you achieve something, that small task of building that stool. So your brain gets that happiness. I did it. It's like your son plays soccer and he goes to practice every Saturday or everyone. He gets to the real game and then he scores a goal and he's happy like a pig in mud because he achieved what he come out to be. He said, today I'm going to score a goal, and he scored a goal. So all these things, this small task that we take on in our lives every day, it makes a big deal. And as we say, we get the big things every day. It is normal. That's the normal things in our life, but it's the small things that we do on a daily basis that makes a big deal in our lives and the people that are around us.
Yes. Claire, this morning's program, I really would love to get a lot of calls so that people who may experience somebody doing something very small but very significant for them, you probably can call in and give your experience. Or you might be the person that did something small and realizing afterwards, based on the expression of the person you did it for, it was a significant something you have done for them. So we'd love to hear from you. Once again, the number 404-1189. And remember to like,
Share
share,
and subscribe.
subscribe.
Yes. So it says the sense in small. Okay, we did that. We talk about that. It says even crossing of something on your to-do list, like drink water, stretch for 5 minutes, send that email, can give your brain a boost because these are the things that you're remembering to do. To send an email to someone, to stretch for 5 minutes when you sit too long. And those of us that have smartwatches these days, it does not leave us alone. It tells us time for you to stand. It sends that message to your brain and telling you, time for you to stand, Claire. Do a 5 minute stretch so that you can continue to live your life in the way that you ought to. And that can give your brain a boost. I remember working at the trade shows, and we walk and walk and walk every day from 8 to 4, 9 to 5, and we just sit out there at our desk. When it's 12 o'clock, we go for lunch. And, we walk and we had a little bit of fun. But one morning I said to my boss, are we getting a call?
Yeah, we
Go
getting a
right
call.
ahead. How do I know that you move forward?
Good morning and welcome to the show.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I just heard the number, say to call, and I couldn't resist calling on your program.
I like how you put
Yeah,
that.
difficult to resist calling on you and Clay combination. They always like the combination.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
As a young man growing up, we had a big family, and as a result of that, my mother always visit sick members in our family, always. And based upon the stage in the numbers that come, between I come after two girls and two girls after me. So I always go around visiting the sick with my mother. But my mother had something she used to say, sympathy without help is no damn good. So a lot of time when we visit the sick, we had to do work. So sometimes you visit a sick, and obviously you'll get fed up with sick people for a little while, after you watch them in the bed, particularly state. But we will go to sweep the yard or clean the yard or something like that. And it is a practice that it helped me know the family. My mother was the historian in the family, and I'd like that. And visiting the sick, and all through my life, it was a habit I had as a young man, visiting sick people. And it took its impact on me because I was pretty aggressive when I was young. And I say to a lot of people now, bring your sons and visit the sick. Now it's kind of natural for a daughter to go and sometimes have to help to take care of an older person, even throwing the bedpan. But it is not the normal thing for a boy to do. So a lot of the boys that are very aggressive and disrespectful on the block, if parents encourage them to visit the sick in the community, you would surprise the impact it has on the boys. I think the challenge that we have sometimes, we speak to elderly folks, children over 13, 14, 15 years. It's more difficult. The children 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years is easier to culture them, to have respect, to have manners, to reach out to the elderly. That somebody that is let's say physically challenged or vagrant, or how we use those strong names to describe people. I was taught to say, here goes I, if it wasn't for God. So they would meet people on the road, and people that we normally would laugh at. My mother would say, you could be like that person. It's only because of God you're not like that. So that somewhat gave me a better understanding of people with soul food, people with that was seriously challenged in the community, I think I got a little bit more sensitive and want to reach out to them. And I see that all the time, particularly to the young boys in the community, because I'm concerned with their level of aggressiveness, the, the level of disrespect, the amount of obscenities that they use. Well, obviously, they hear it from the elders.
Mm-hmm.
But if you encourage the children between 5 and 13, 14 years, I believe when a boy reaches 14 years, the die is cast, and a girl maybe 13 or 12. But within that age, if you're able to instill in them and to culture them, get up and say good morning, be respectful. When you see somebody that is mentally ill or vagrant on the road, to say, there goes I, if it wasn't for God, it could have been me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think that might help. But I agree with you all on the topic, and I believe we could do much, much more to try to get our people to be more sensitive, to tone down, and to get our young people to be more respectful.
Well, thank you
Thank you very much.
so very, very, very much.
Thank you so very much, caller.
It says a lot,
Yeah,
and all on point, because that is the same thing you were saying just so that if you do not do things or train your children early in this life to do things, they would not do it. And we see it every day. As you say, children on you go on the bus, Chester, and you hear the music that is playing on the bus. And I know there are certain times of the day that the bus drivers do not take adults on the bus per se, because that time is school children time. But me, I don't care. I'm going up on because I want to go home. And you hear the language that is coming out in some of the children, but especially the young girls. And if you turn back and you look, they ask you, what the F you looking at? They're dropping the word on you. And I'm telling you something, Mike, I used to cringe. And hence the reason why I buy a transport, because I couldn't take this anymore. Because I'm saying that I've got a daughter and I've got a son. And if anybody were to come and tell me that they were behaving that way, I mean, I'm turning dentists left, right, and center, I'm taking another teeth in their mouth, because I did not grow them up to be like that. And although sometimes they leave home as good citizens, and when they reach outside there, they turn the beasts of the day. But sometimes you do not have that control, because this is not what you teach them. I must say to myself right now, I could tell you that anybody that knows my children and they meet me at any time, they will say to me, "Oh, I saw Candice. She is such a lovely girl. Oh, I saw your son Max." And he never forgets who I am. He always say hello. Because this is what I inbred in their brain from day one. Be respectful to people. You are no better than anybody, but at the same time, don't let anybody believe that they are better than you.
exactly.
Show respect, show appreciation, be grateful for what somebody does for you. I am your parent. We grow you up. And we're not asking for you to be grateful to us, but you should be grateful to us, because there are parents out there that do not give a damn how their child grew up or what happens to them. And this is what Mr. Pierre was talking about on the block, where young men sits and they let go of what left, right, and center, regardless of who passing, who this or who that, because they weren't brought up in a way to show respect to the elderly.
The other point that Mr. Pierre made, right, Claire, his mother. I
Mm-hmm.
remember them old people and them, as we may say now, they had um a reservoir of empathy and love for human beings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And regardless to what, their children, even if it's not directly but indirectly,
Mm-hmm.
they would be part of that, as you would have mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
whether it was they have to go and look for something, even if it's a two coconut to bring for the neighbor, but
Mm-hmm.
and not to, they knew about it as children. They knew. So that is why now the legacy of that is continuing with Mr. Pierre, because he was taught that. He was taught
It was
that.
ingrained in him. It was
Yeah,
ingrained in him.
it was instilled in him in growing up. And I remember a number of these old people and them. There was a particular time when they would go around the poorhouse. They will drop stuff, clothes, bring food and things. These things and them have gone out of the door. Oh, I
We
mean,
lost ourselves. We
no,
lost
I know when
ourselves.
I know within the neighborhood when the food that one neighbor cook on a Sunday, everybody in that small neighborhood would be eating from that. They used to have the exchanges of food on a Sunday. I
Mhm.
remember those days, and it's just to show the kind for the love and the empathy that people had for each other in the small communities,
Yeah.
which extended to our society throughout our society. So
Just sometimes you see children that didn't have good parents, or they didn't have uh, parents that were wealthy. None of us had parents that were wealthy growing up. We're all poor people. And then there might be a person, let's say like your grandmother, might see me every day and gives me food every day because she realized, well, I might be hungry. And I grew up knowing that that person gave me food every day because I was hungry. And when I grew as an adult and made it, the first thing that I would be thinking about is of that person that did that for me. So I would put out myself to look after that person because I can at the moment.
yeah, yeah, I have that personal experience. You know, Augustine's mom. That's Auntie.
Yes, right. Hmm.
This lady was a gem of a person to me in in growing up. You know, I
And
remember
you
she
will
would
do
hold my hand,
anything.
bring me food. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You will
You
do
don't forget it.
anything for that person. You don't forget
Yeah,
the gratitude that was shown, what was shown to you, because you did not deserve it. They're not relatives of yours or anything, but they made it a duty to think. I went to the place, what do you call it, the penitentiary, penitentiary, or the prison.
penitentiary. Yeah,
Yes, to see a young guy one time. That's when I had to buy, if Nicholas Nag is listening and laugh, that's why I had to buy a dress and a shirt to put on me to go there, because I had a shorts and a tank top, because me a tank top bajan. I see hotter going there. You can't go inside. I said, what you mean? So I had to buy a dress and a shirt to go inside. And the young man said to me, he calls me Tanti, he says, Tanti Claire, I'm writing a book and you are in my book. I said, what? I said, what do you mean I'm in your book? He said, yes. I said, what am I doing in your book? He said, you may not remember. But remember you used to teach in four? I said, yes. He said, and I used to come down, I used to be in the pasture. He says, and you always used to bring something for me to eat. And I did not remember that gesture. Honestly. I did not remember. And he says, I said, are you sure? He said, yes. And I can tell you what you used to bring us to. And let me tell you, I teared up my eyes because I'm like, I didn't remember that. And I'm saying the small things that we're talking about, that we do on a daily basis, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. We may not see it, we may not know it, we may not feel what we are doing at the time is something good, but it is a big deal to the person that receives it. It
oh
is a big
yes.
deal.
Preach it, sister.
You are a clown. No, when I speak to my good friend yesterday, and if you read that once, I'll preach it. Yeah, preaching it. Make sure you get it. I was speaking to someone yesterday, and I says, I have a few topics, but this one just hit me. That we take for granted everything in our lives. Everything we take for granted, and we shouldn't. We should always remember the small kindness that somebody does for you, how somebody reached out to you and she said, yes, go with it. It is a very good topic. So I did my research, and this is what I come up with. Because every one of us, just, and I don't care who the heck you are, somebody did something for you in your life. Release the phone line, our caller says. Maybe you still have it on. Release the phone line. Somebody did something for you in your life when you were growing up, or even when you're an adult, that you did not think it made a difference in life, but it did. There are those of us who had no books to go to school, who had no shoes to go to school, who didn't have a shirt or a pants to go to school. And somebody did that. They
Uh,
bought us, yes?
let me try and take this call here.
Go right ahead.
Good morning, you're live and welcome to Take Five.
Release the phone line. Good morning, good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Morning, Claire.
Good morning.
I like to see your co-hosts following instructions.
Yes,
And it's
yes.
easy. Release the phone line.
Well, I really thought that phone line was released, honestly.
Boy, that's how communication goes. But I've been listening to you guys talking, and interesting as per usual. And it's unfortunate that the word kindness and even help has disappeared or disappearing from our dialogue more and more so. And we see it more evidence of it as a result of the birth and extension of social media. People are becoming very aggressively disrespectful to people. You don't see that kindness being extended to others. It's always condemnation, criticisms, etc., etc. And it's very unfortunate. But I'll tell you something. Claire made a point about the young man who she would have offered whatever to, and not even remembering. And that is key. And because when you do something with the goodness of your heart and you offer assistance or help or whatever it is to others, you don't think about it. It don't remain with you because you didn't do it for self gratification. Yeah?
Yeah.
The individual who you would have assisted, helped, or whatever, they are the ones, the recipients of that goodness will always have it in their heart. And even if they see you 20 years from now, they would bring it up. And I've had that experience over and over again. Sometimes I meet people, I can't even remember interacting with them. And they would say to me, "Oh, you remember whether they call me Miss Wells or Sherma when, la la blah 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 blah," and they give me the whole story. But kindness should come from a pure place. Helping others should come from a pure place, not for self gratification or to say, "I did this for this person and I helped that person when they were down and out," and always about I. Kindness is not about I. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you see it happening when it is done genuinely. And then you see it again where the self gratification, you see, "Oh, we gave so to whatever. Oh, we helped whatever, whatever. Oh, when she didn't have, we ting. We buy two drawers and two panty and two bra and all of that. You know?
Yeah.
Why do you have to regurgitate things that you would have done for people with the goodness and the kindness of your heart? You don't have to, and it wouldn't happen. But once it's for self gratification and to make yourself feel important, you'll always talk about it. Now, I want to refer to, because Jester made a point, not Jester, the gentleman who called, he spoke a lot about older people. He spoke a lot of people who having various different issues, whether it's disability, whether it's health issues, and how we cope with them. And I'll tell you this: I have a cousin. He's right here in Grenada right now, who is going to be 40 years, and that young man was born at the General Hospital. They now live in the States here in Grenada. When he was born, he was what you would call a blue baby, powder up around the neck. He was blue, and two things happened. One, the nurses weren't particularly concerned. They said, "Oh, he's," and he looked as though he wasn't breathing. He's going to breathe. He's going to breathe. And secondly, they had absolutely no oxygen in the hospital. And those were the days when people used to go to the private block make babies. They didn't have that maternity ward situation or whatever the case may be. So he was born with brain damage. Now, his parents treats him with the greatest respect. His parents treat him just as well or even better than how they treat their other two kids. He's taken everywhere, and if at any time they're invited to something and they don't ask a question, but if for whatever reason the person or whoever is organizing does not want him there because of his, not that he is disruptive or anything, they don't go.
I totally
And they
agree.
tell me straight if I cannot bring him because they're his main caregiver. They want
Mm-hmm.
him to experience life to the fullest.
Yes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They will not go if they cannot bring him. Yeah? And it's admirable to see how they treat this fella. And mind you, he's very smart. Very smart. He lives in Florida. He has a name for Grenada and he loves Grenada. He calls Grenada OR because the father had a friend named OR that used to visit them from Grenada. And up to today, he refers to Grenada as OR. And right now, he's here. And if you ask him, where are you? Are you in Florida? Where are you? He tell you OR. So he's very smart,
Mm-hmm.
very smart boy. But
Yeah.
I'm saying to say, there are times when we meet people because we're very proud of him, very proud of him. Just Sunday, we were up in the La Liga Fiesta in St. James up there. Whenever people meet him, he wants to show off. So if he has a bracelet, he wants to show you his bracelet or
Mm-hmm.
show his new pair of shoes. He likes to dress up. He will touch his shirt to show you his shirt. And there are people who would sort of scorn, what we call scorn,
Mm-hmm.
move away as though they feel intimidated. I don't know what it is.
Now he's
And
going to
then
rub off
those,
on them.
and you could tell the difference in people simply by the reactions that he would get from individuals. You would tell those who are genuinely kind, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and those who are just for the wanting not anybody to criticize them, and there are those who can't can't handle it. So sometimes we have to understand that there are people who need our support and our love and our kindness, and it takes nothing, as you rightfully say in your topic. The little things can make a big difference in the lives of people. So I applaud you for that discussion this morning. Let me go my way. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you very
thanks
much.
very much. Thank you as always, Sean.
You know,
So very valuable.
the point
Yeah.
that Shama made that stuck with me, just that sticks with me, is that sometimes, as you say, you see someone in a wheelchair and you look at that person from afar and without even knowing what's wrong with that person, you judge them in that kind of way. Like if you go close to them, you would be in a wheelchair too. Or if you go close to them, whatever they have, you're gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
As Mr. Pierce says, I can't remember the thing, but he said like if it wasn't for God, you could have been that way. And that's I always say that, Jester. When someone is sick or someone you hear someone have an accident or something happens to someone, you say it could have been me. It could have been me. Because we are on the road every day in our cars and so most of us leave home, a lot of us leave home telling ourselves we get into a destination we did not make it. When you get back home, you always have to say thank you, God, because you took me there and back home safely. It could have been any one of us. And that's why I won't go interfere with somebody that I see in a wheelchair. I'll walk up to them and say, "Hey, oh, hi, how are you doing?" I don't know them. But let me tell you, a nod, a smile, or even a how you doing, you do not know what this is going to do for somebody. Because there are a lot of people that are under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, and people pass them by as though they don't exist. And here come me like a lunatic and I smile for them and how you doing? Whether I know them or not, because I make eye contact. I don't know what this does for them or what it did for them in any way or form. Because I always tell myself I'm no better than anybody. People might look at me walking and say I'm stoush and I'm stylish and all that. They don't know me. They just look at my appearance and they make their judgment. I don't care because they could build a bridge and get over it. But I know there are people that I see every day in my area, and I would say hi to them and how you doing, regardless of how they look, because I am human and they are human. We don't know what caused them to be where they are, so don't judge. Do not judge anybody.
Yes, you have a
And we do that a lot, just we
yeah.
just see people and we just let me tell you, there's a, a man, and you might know my name is brother. He he from Rosehill area or somewhere Snell. He walks with a cutlass. The first time I see him, I was at under the cashew tree, and I was going by my aunt. And I walking up and I see this man coming down. He looked crazy as a loon, and he has this cutlass. I say, what? I turn around and I go back under the cashew tree. Honest, and that night, I
You
went
don't
back
take
under
it
the
chance.
cashew. I ain't take no chance. So Mousy was under the says, he said, Claire, what you come back for? I said, well, that man that coming on the have a cutlass and I said, I ain't find you looking all kosher. He said, you ain't doing you nothing, go ahead. I said, you sure? He told me. So I take myself and I go, I see him, I say, hey, how you doing? He said, good and stuff like that. I say hi to the man, he go about the business. One morning I walking down from Plains to go down in Southern no under speed. Who am I to see me again? He tell me, I could walk with you, you know. I said, you can walk fast as me, man. He said, well, you go try me. I said, the next time. So I kind of build a rapport with him. I even get him to come and clean the back of my yard for me one time. And he's okay. But just the way he looked here in his head and he had the cutlass and so I said, well, no, he crazy. But once I get to know him, I am not afraid of him anymore. And when he sees me, we say hi to each other. How you doing? Tell me, you have anything for me to do yet? I tell him, no, I'm ready to clean it yet or something like that. But these are the things that I say. When we see people, we judge them because of what we see and not know. And we have to stop this. The small
Claire,
act of kindness, yes?
build a bridge and get over it.
Yes, man.
I love
Bonje.
you. I show my crack. Something wrong with you, I tell you right.
Well,
Every day.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because you see, when people judge, let me tell you something. I you know that, Jester, you know me for years and years and years. And you know, from the time you know me, this is who I am. I haven't changed. I must have gotten a little bit worse, maybe. I don't know. But but you know my character, you know this is who I am. I'm a lunatic. I always tell you that. But other people see me and they feel just because of the way I walk, the way I carry myself, I walk like a police, I walk straight up as though I am in the army. The first time somebody told me it was my aunt. She says, you're walking like a freaking police. I said, well, walking straight up. But this is because I used to dance a lot and all this kind of thing. So I got posture. But they use that posture and they use the way I walk and think that I am stoosh, I am fussy and all this kind of thing. But I am not here to go to tell anybody, you know what, I am not that way. If you figure me out, fine. You don't, as I said, build the bridge. Get over it because I'm not going to waste my time trying to tell you who I am. You know who I am. A lot of people know who I am. So when you see people like in a wheelchair, you see them walking with a cane and you see them walking, some of them suffer with polio and they're struggling and you make fun of them, don't do that. Because it takes just, I know a lot of people that just pull the muscle in the back gesture and they lose their walking ability. There's no big set of accident happen to them. They lose their walking ability. And it could happen to you and it could happen to me. So do not go making people uncomfortable when you see them. You're watching them up, you're watching them down, and you're staying away from them as though what they have, you're going to get it. Show some kindness. Show some humility. Make everybody know that they are alive and they are okay to be in the same room as you are. Be seen and let them see you.
There you go, girl.
You're not telling me preach again. I'm preaching.
Well, you're doing it already. It's only if you stop it. I will tell you.
Okay.
And you haven't stopped.
It says, as I'm going to read that again, even crossing something off on your to-do list Drink water, stretch for 5 minutes, send an email can give your brain a boost. Over time, these little things, these little wins stack up and they stack wins. They create momentum. They make big goals feel possible. So sometimes you're there and you have to do something and you're saying, Lord, how am I going to do this? It's like a monumental thing in front of you and you feel that you can't do it. But the small things that you do towards that, will achieve it, and it will be like a big goal when you finish. We eat an elephant one bite at a time. You can't sit down and watch the whole elephant and eat it. That ain't happening. A
No, no.
small piece every time you take a bite, and when you catch it, it might take 100 years, but you go finish eat that elephant one bite at a time.
As the old people used to say, one cocoa full of basket, girl.
Mm-hmm. You call and say that the person that just sent me the message call. Long time I didn't hear you. Good to have you back. You're on vacation. Good. It says here, build something brick by brick. And Jester, we see people build houses, and you're an electrician, and you go to do the wiring in different phases of that build. Yes, am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, of
Right.
course.
No one get up one morning and see a house just appear in front of them unless one Houdini pass. The magician, he just put a house there. We have um, something for humanitarian for something. They build houses. But even then, they build houses, they pre-build it and then they just come and put it down there. But the work that took place before they just come and put that house down, it's a lot of work. So brick by brick. Most of us that have homes, it took 6 to 8 months to get that whole thing structured and up so that you can live in it, brick by brick. He says, think of your growth like building a house. You don't just throw up 4 walls and call it done. You lay one brick, then another, then another. Each day, a few more. Some days are slow, some days feel heavy, but little by little, your life is being built. Even so, on the days when you feel like you are not getting anywhere, you are laying another brick, and that matters. You get that?
Of course.
Brick by brick. And it doesn't, we're not saying literally brick by brick. But yes, to build a house, you got to go brick by brick. And if we are building our home on kindness, on humility, on all of these things, we're doing it brick by brick. And by the time you catch yourself, you would have built yourself so well that you're full of kindness, you're full of compassion, you're full of empathy, you're full of love, you're full of all, let's say, the fruits of the Spirit. You're full of all of this because you have completed yourself by building yourself brick by brick. Alana Richie says it's a brick house, not a board. It's a brick house.
Yeah.
Brick
Whitney
by
have a
brick.
song. Yeah, Whitney have a song about brick by brick, stone by
Mm.
stone.
Stone by stone, and I have brick by brick, it's a brick house. So even they know in their song because they grew up with grandmothers too. That they say you do not get your life did not just come full force just like that. Every day we had to do something in our life to get where we are going. Shama is not the best MC today because she just get up and do that. She's not the best person. She didn't become the best person as a what do you call it, customer service agent just like that. She did it brick by brick. She
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to school. She did her master. She did her bachelor. She did everything that she had to do to be the best that she can be. Like she's in the freaking army.
And apart from that, the experiences from over the years, most
Yes.
importantly, would have taken her to that level.
So it
Yeah.
built her into something that she's like, she has a house. She has her own house. It's called the Shama house, the Shama Wells house. And nobody cannot break that down from her because she built it on solid ground,
Yeah.
brick by brick. And as I
Cannot be
say,
taken no,
no,
cannot be
no,
taken away from her.
no.
Cannot be taken away.
And like I say,
Yeah.
everybody that made it into something these days in their life, somebody helped them along the way. Somebody helped them. Whether you're an electrician, you didn't just get up and start wiring things, you went to school. My
Yeah.
brother builds house. He's an architect, and he went to school here to build beautiful houses. So you have to start somewhere,
Somewhere.
and it's up to you to complete it by doing it little by little, brick by brick. And that matters. It matters.
Certainly.
So, a small mindful practice you can try. It says here's something quick and powerful you can do at the end of each day. And I know a lot of us, we just get up, we go to work, we come home, and we forget about the life that we have. The way we start off in the morning, some of us who have children, Ricky, you get up in the morning, you prepare your son for school, you bathe him, you give him food, you drop him to school. In the evening, you pick him up when you come from work and you do the thing, you drop him home and all this. And you go to see the teachers in the school for PTA and all that. That's building him brick by brick because you're showing him that you care, right? And you have to take care of yourself also because you cannot give anything out of an empty cup. You have to build yourself brick by brick. So they're saying here, a mindful practice you can try. Write down 3 small wins for the day. Every day that you go to work or you go somewhere and you come back. Write down three small wins, things that you made it. So if you have a story to do from GIS, and the stories are there already, but you are not the first to drop the story out there because you think about, I can do better if I take my time and work that story. Kira would do the same. Nabi would do. We don't just pick up a story and drop it. So you sit with it, as they say, you sit with it, and then you write it. When it goes out there, somebody else will get a different spin on that story that you wrote because you went it. So this is a win for you because the public responded to what you all wrote. That's one small win. If you meet someone outside and you say, you know what? I want to write something about you, but I don't know if you'll give me the chance to, or you'll give me the time of the day to do it. And the person says, well, what it is that you want to do, let's make a date that I can come and do it. That's another win, another small win. So you write those down. These are small achievements that you make in your daily life. And by the end of it, you become a big achievement because the 3 things that you write down that were small wins for you today will be the big things tomorrow. The things that somebody will remember. I remember when you wrote that story. I remember when I read that story and you are the one that read it. You are the one that wrote it. It is something that they remembered about you. People remember I'm a Stush kind of girl.
Yeah, I believe that's an opportune time that we take a little break and then we'll be right back. It's coming up to 11:30 in
Yes,
just a couple of ticks.
go right ahead.
Listeners and viewers, we'll take a break and we'll be right back with you. Don't you dare move away, all right?
Oh, wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. 2 good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find. We'll take 5 with CJ and Jester.
Are you looking for that one local supermarket where you can purchase all your grocery and household items at the same time? Well, look no further. Smart Buy SA Belfon and Company Limited, located at the top of the town on Main Street, St. Patrick, is the ideal spot. They're open Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturdays, and 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sundays, just for your convenience. Call them today on 442-9219. That number again, 442-9219. We're shopping snacks at Snack Buy.
At Sugar's Repair
Looking for a
Services,
professional
we
website,
offer digitally
graphic
calibrated machines, resurfacing engine heads, general machinery. Show us your pattern and we'll make it with precision machines. At Sugar's Repair Services, we satisfy your needs. Just ask and it will be done. Call us at 473 418 1845. Sugar's Repair Services.
Looking for a professional website, graphic design, or Android app at an affordable price? HTS Family Creative is here to help you grow your business. We create modern, mobile-friendly websites, eye-catching graphic designs, and custom Android apps designed to help your brand stand out. Our prices are affordable. Fast service, reliable support, and creative solutions all in one place. Contact HTS Family Creative today. Email htsdogo at 925. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at HTSDOGO. HTS Family Creative. We build brands that grow. Your vision, our design, real results.
Welcome to Take 5, your mental health program with CJ and Jester.
With a warm smile. Most employees barely full. Good morning, sir. They'd often talk for a minute before she went inside. One rainy morning, she wasn't at work. The guard stood by the gate, waiting, looking disappointed. Next day, she returned and smiled. Sorry, I had a fever day. The gates. The office manager came running with sad news. Our guard passed away last night, heart failure, but she broke into tears. At lunch, the manager approached her with a small envelope. He left this for you. Inside was a handwritten note. You reminded me of my daughter. She stopped talking to me years ago. Thank you for making an old man feel like a father again. With the note was a keychain. It had 2 words engraved. Thank you. Drop a heart if you believe, even a small kind.
Well, on that note, we are back. Welcome back, our listeners and viewers, to Take 5 for yet another Tuesday. It's Tuesday, the 28th of July, 2026. As July continued to slip away from our grasp quite quickly. So that we get ready to go back and make the link up with the petite lady. So, here she is. Once again.
I think you have both boxes open for the Zara thing. You have to, because you hear I'm hearing 2 ads at the same time. So make sure the music is off. So when the phone comes and people do not hear the song playing. So make sure you turn off the ad or the Zara one. Okay.
Nothing is on.
Okay. Good. So here we talk about 3 small wins that you can do. I gave you 3 little examples. And here it says one of them again is I made my bed. And this is again for all the young people out there who their parents are after them every day. Make up your bed. So this is a small win, not for the child, but for the parent. When the child comes to you and say, Mom, I made up my bed. That's one small win. Ask for help when I needed it. I asked for help when I needed it. And there, Jester, we have grown in a society where we do not want to ask for help when needed. We always think that we could do it ourselves and we could get it done. But as we all learn that no man is an island. Every one of us need help at some point. So don't be afraid to ask for it. That is another small win. I didn't give up on a hard math problem. So, many of us are not good at math. We all know that. So, if you're going through something and you're doing some math problem and you hit a snag in the road, do not be afraid to stop and ask for help. And then don't give up and say, you know what, I can't do it. So I'm just going in the morning. I'll tell the teacher the dog ate my homework. No, these are small things that you can do, small wins that you can accomplish, and then they'll turn into big deals. Because sooner or later, you will be able to do your math properly with practice because you asked for help when you needed it. Three little things. The other one is to breathe, smile a little, let yourself feel proud, even if the world didn't notice. You are noticing, and that's what matters. So sometimes you're there, Jester, and things are down on your shoulder, and you tell yourself, I am all ready to give up. I don't care anymore. I don't bother. But if you breathe, you take a deep breath, and you smile a little in all of the chaos that is going through your life. You notice that you smile, you feel good about the smile because your happy dopamine is telling you in your head that, okay, I smile today. I feel better about myself. You notice that. And that's what matters. Nobody have to see you smiling for it to tell you that I need to smile or make my face feel like, it can't go anywhere. Smile. Because let me tell you, it is free. No one has to sell it for you, and you don't have to buy it. The smile is free. Good morning to you, Carl Belfon. Thank you for checking in. I saw you before, but I just realized that I didn't say good morning to you. Yep. Now, we have something called the butterfly effects. The butterfly effect. Just what do you know about a butterfly?
Butterfly?
Mm-hmm.
What I know about butterfly?
Mm-hmm. That's what I
They
asked.
just,
Butterfly.
they just fly around.
Okay. Yes, they do. And I don't know if you know. Do you know anything about the monarch butterfly?
How are they?
The monarch butterfly. There's a butterfly called the monarch butterfly. It is,
No.
I think it's orange with black in it and stuff like that. There is something very interesting about that monarch butterfly. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
teachers will know, and a lot of us that do a lot of reading will know about the monarch butterfly. The monarch butterfly they're here in summer. They're in North America in summer. And as soon as October or so, when they start feeling cold, nobody tells them. They just pick up themselves and they fly to Mexico. All of
Okay.
them. So what does that tell you? So when they're talking about the butterfly effect, I said, okay, the butterfly effect. Butterflies and all know how to be kind to themselves. And that's kindness, eh? Because if they stay here, the little wings freezing, they're going to die. So they all take off and they go about their business. And another point I want to make again. You heard about the geese, right? The Canada geese. A lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know that, but the geese fly in a V. When you see them flying, if you ever travel just in North America, you see the geese, they fly in a V. There's one in the front, and all the rest, they go like this, in a kind of a triangle like that. So one is in front and the rest are flying behind them. When the one in front gets tired, another one takes over and he falls behind. If one gets sick, the others support that one. So even these little creatures that God put on the planet Earth has that instinct to do what it is. What the heck wrong with us as humans that have all the senses that we say we have?
In truth.
Why can't we show a bit of kindness? Why can't we make it different for somebody out there who doesn't have what we think they should have? So the butterfly effect is a concept in psychology that suggests that small changes is in one part of a system can have significant effects on another part of the system. This means that even the smallest action can create a ripple effect that can lead to major changes. For example, a simple smile or a kind gesture towards someone can improve their mood, leading them to be kinder to others and creating a positive cycle of kindness. That is the butterfly effect. A small change, a small thing that you do can have a ripple effect on a lot of people, and that will become a big deal. So we should, all of us should try the butterfly effect.
Try a
So
little kindness. You
try
know
a
that
little kindness, show a little kindness.
you know
There's a
that song.
song. Yes.
If
Yeah.
you see your
If
sister
you see a
stand,
brother standing by the road with
yeah,
a
yeah,
heavy load,
yeah.
show a little kindness, shine a little
Who's,
kindness.
I can't remember who's singing that song.
If you see a
I need to check.
brother standing by the road with a
Yeah,
heavy load, that's, I can't remember. I think it's, is it Simon and Garfunkel?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I'll have to
Somebody.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes. So whoever on it and you know that song, Google it and tell us who sing it. You gotta try a little kindness, show a little kindness, shine the light for everyone to see.
Yeah.
That's the song.
That was a
So,
real popular song back then.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so just show a little kindness, give a smile and nod, anything in the direction of that person that you meet, and you never know the impact it will have on that person there. Remember the girl that used to say good morning to the gate man every morning. He didn't see her one morning, he was sad. He thought something was wrong with her. She came back the next morning and he said he missed her. Then the next Monday when she come to work, he wasn't there to open the gate for anybody until the boss came and said he passed away, heart attack. It had a big impact on her because she spoke to him. And even one of her colleagues says, why is it that he's always smiling at you? She says, because I always talk to him on a daily basis. And this is what it is. Sometimes we see people, I think Jester, you and I were talking about it yesterday. We see people and we just watch them pass by. And even though they try to say hi to us, we just give them a blind eye and we continue as though we didn't see them. But just saying hello, ask how are you, or what gives, makes a difference in their life because then they see somebody care. You show them that you care, you see them, they were seen. And that doesn't take much from us. It doesn't take a piece on us, not at all. Mindfulness and the little things. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment and aware of our thoughts and feelings. It can help us become more attuned to the little things in life that we may have otherwise overlooked. By being mindful, we can appreciate the small joys in life, such as the taste of our favorite food or the sound of birds chirping outside our window. This can lead to greater feelings of contentment and happiness. And I know just like every one of us, when we were growing up, we used to hear they talking about birds singing. Myself think bird used to really sing. When we're singing words coming out of our mouth and everything. But it's just the chopping sound that they make. That is how they sing. And sometimes you're there and especially when spring is about to come true, you see the red breast robin and you see the blue jay and everybody come and everybody just chopping outside the window. Even home Jester on an early morning, depends on which part of the, the country you live in. You can hear those birds chopping away in the morning because they're happy to be alive. This can bring a bit of a happiness to us or a little contentment. Sometimes a cock crow and it's time to get up. You wake up with the sound of the cock crowing. A river or a ravine that just keeps flowing, that brings tranquility to you. You look at the mountains, you look at the sun coming over the horizon, and that brings tre- pleasure to you in all different.
Going,
There are a lot of
going
little
down by
things.
going down by the riverside, man. It's
Yes,
just chilling out by the river. It's
there are
such a
a lot of things that are little things that can bring pleasure to us that we take for granted, and sometimes we don't even pay attention to. Here's the other one: the power of touch. You know, we hear about babies. Claire Edwards checked in. Good morning to you. Thank you for checking in. Wow.
good morning to you, Claire.
You all could call the number 4041189. I know what we're talking about this morning touches everybody because we all are human beings and we all should show a bit of a kindness regardless of what reason, what our situation are. Just I
Yeah.
was
So,
saying, you
knowing
know,
class, I do that on it to really touch her. Really.
yes, yes. You know that there are hospitals that babies are born and sometimes they have no parents. Sometimes the mother died in childbirth, the father is not present, and that baby is in the hospital. We hear stories that a child is lying in that incubator in the NICU ward, and nobody is there to help hold that child or anything. Sometimes the cleaner that is cleaning that ward passes by may sing a little song to the child, or even try give her finger to hold on to and sings to the child or talk to the child. That child strives and become they start to heal. Or even a nurse that knows what is happening to that child picks up that child and sways and sings to that child. It makes a difference in the health of that child when they are in there. Because you know what? This the power of touch. You see mothers have their babies, they breastfeed them, and then they have them on the shoulder here, and they rub their back so that they can bop, and they sing to them and they talk to them. I have not seen that little baby yet, but I can tell you of a little baby that the mom speaks to the baby. The baby is not even 2 months yet, and the baby chats back to his mom as though he understands what his mother is saying, and he has great conversation with his mother because the power of touch. He knows that she is there and she's caring for him, and nobody cannot take this away from him. So physical touch is another small thing that have a big impact on our lives. Studies have shown that touch can release hormones such as oxytocin, which can lower stress levels and create feelings of connection and trust. Even a simple hug or a pat on the back can make us feel more connected to others and improve our overall well being. The power of touch. Sometimes, just we're going through a hard day. Not that I want you to hug me anytime, when you see me, please do not hug. Or if I ask, with all mercy, come and hug me, I'll only hug you one. But if I don't ask, don't touch me. But the power of hug, it can do so much for someone because you feel, especially when you get a hug, when you get a genuine hug, Jester. There are hugs that somebody put their hand out. They just put their hand out and they put it around your back. And the body, you can pass a whole man, a whole child through you on that hug. When you give a hug, your whole body is encompassed in that hug. I do not give hugs to any and anybody. I'm telling you the honest truth. But if I hug you, you get a hug. Because I hug with my whole being. Because if I hug you, that means I care about you and I like you. If I don't like you, don't come close to me. At a love stretch and ask me for no hug and not give it.
You just continue with the program.
It's like a shake hand. Sometimes just you meet somebody and they stretch your hand and they wipe their hand inside your hand because they don't really want to shake your hand. But if you shake your hand, when you shake somebody's hand, it should be a firm shake hand. That means you shake that person's hand. I'm sure Shama listening and she know what a hug is and what a shake and there's somebody wipe your hand inside it. I you know that for yourself, just and a hug, a real hug.
When you hug and somebody could pass through.
Eh? Yes, when they pass through your body because they stay at a distance and they just stretch your body up at the body forward and that's it. That's not a hug. That is something that they say an embrace from a distance. But when a hug is real, you'll feel it. You normally feel it.
Okay.
They said little things and relationships. In relationships, it is often the little things that matter the most. I said that from the beginning. Small acts of kindness, such as bringing your partner a cup of tea or a snack, can show them that you care and improve the overall quality of your relationship. It's important to remember that these little gestures don't have to be grand or expensive to be meaningful. Nikki, I can't take your call right now. Call 404-1189. This is where you call to make your contribution. Please do. 404-1189, and I know you're listening. So call that number. Yes. So, just in a lot of relationships, When you start off the relationship, everything is nice and dandy, foot rubbing. You can say you have a headache, they put you against the chest and they hold you. You're the best thing in sliced bread. Everything is good. But somewhere along the line, you watch him and me big foot and you put the foot and you kick it out and you say, take out that big foot on me, take out that dirty foot on me and all this kind of thing. You change. But you see here, the small act of kindness, the little things in relationship, it says small act of kindness, such as bringing a partner a cup of tea or a snack, can show them that you care and improve the overall quality of your relationship. It's important to remember that these little gestures don't have to be grand or expensive to be meaningful. So all of us out there that say we have relationship, and only when things are good you bring in this and you have to maintain that little thing, that little gestures. Say hi, how you doing? Bring me a little rose. You can bring me a small bottle of perfume, whatever it is that you feel. You go somewhere and you sit and you say, I think Claire would like that. You buy it and you bring it. Oh, I said, Jester would like that. I buy it and I bring it. Something that you know that person will love. It doesn't have to be anything grand like a car or a pair of shoes or expensive jeans or whatever, or a big watch. No, just the little things, just those little things. You always hear us say in relationship, husband and wife saying, it's the little things that count. Because you already have the big things. We have the bed, we have the couch, we have the stove, we have the fridge, we have the car that we could move around with. All these are the big things that we expect to have because we're in a relationship. But it's small. I can tell you, and those small little things, you can use small and little together, but are using it. Those small little things that means the world to us. That is the big deal. That is the big deal.
Good morning to Lorna Bean.
Yes.
That's how
she's there. Yeah. Yes. The importance of self-care. Self-care is another area where the little things can make a big difference. Taking small steps to care for ourselves, such as getting enough sleep, eating healthy foods, or taking relaxing baths, can have a significant impact on our mental and physical well-being. By prioritizing self-care, we can improve our overall quality of life and be better equipped to handle the challenges that come our way. So, as I said before, Jester, we cannot give anything out of an empty cup. We have to take care of ourselves before we can take care of somebody else. Here we come, the power of positive self-talk. Another way that little things can have a big impact on our lives is through positive self-talk. The way we talk to ourselves can greatly affect our mood, confidence, and motivation. By using positive self-talk, we can change the way we think about ourselves and of our abilities. This can lead to improved performance and greater success in both personal and professional aspects of our lives. The importance of gratitude. Practicing gratitude for the little things in life can also have a significant impact on our overall well-being. By focusing on the good things in our lives and expressing gratitude for them, we can shift our mindset from one of negativity and stress to one of positivity and contentment. Gratitude has been linked to improved mental health, better relationships, and even physical health benefits. So be grateful for the small things that you receive in life. Be grateful. Show gratitude to the people that give it to you, and don't take it for granted. The power of everyday. We don't, Alban Hippolyte, good morning to you. He's doing it from London. I'm telling you, thank you so very much for all those who are checking in. Alban Hippolyte, good to have you. We haven't seen you before, but thank you so very much. We don't always need a dramatic change to feel better, think clearer, or live more fully. Sometimes it is the quiet consistency of small wins that shapes a stronger, more joyful life. And remember, you are not doing this alone. Whether it's leaning on loved ones, staying organized with tools you trust, or relying on your healthcare sharing community during the hardest sessions, there is strength in knowing the support is there. So every day we are surrounded by people every day, and there are people in our lives just that makes our day better to live for. things to do and build that life of us, how is it? Brick by brick. So we're coming close to the end. Small, consistent action and mindful attention to every moment can create profound changes in our happiness, habits, and overall life trajectory. Emotional and social impact. Small actions also enhance emotional well being and relationships. Acts of kindness, expressing gratitude, or simply noticing the little joys in life, like a warm cup of coffee, a beautiful sunset, can increase happiness and strengthen social bonds. Social bonds. Studies show that people who focus on these small positive experiences report higher life satisfaction and better mental health. Habits and the compound effect. Daily habits, even tiny ones, accumulate over time to produce substantial results. Research shows that up to 40 to 45% of our daily actions are driven by habit, not conscious thoughts. By starting with small, manageable habits like drinking a glass of water in the morning or journaling for 5 minutes, we can gradually build routines that improve health, productivity, and emotional well being. So, the key factors to all about showing how we do these small things in life and have that is a big deal. Here are the key factors. Maybe you didn't change the world today. Maybe you didn't solve every problem. Maybe you didn't do it all, but you showed up. You took small steps. You tried. And every small step is a seed. One day it blooms into something bigger than you can imagine right now. So we may not be able to change the world, but we show up every day to take us one step at a time, showing the small bit of kindness, to show empathy, to show compassion, to show humility. Brick by brick, we are showing up. The small steps. And it's not anything that we do not try. We are trying, but it takes time. It's not monumental. The monumental things we have. It's the small things that makes the big deal every day. It's a seed, a small seed that we are planting, and we are watching it grow. Conclusion. The little things in life can have a big impact on our social thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. From mindfulness and positive self talk to physical touch and self care, these small actions can shape our lives in meaningful ways. By being mindful of the little things and incorporating positive habits into our daily lives, we can create a more fulfilling and positive existence. So take a moment to appreciate the little things today and see how they can change your life for the better. Nicholas has test checked in. He says, "Hello, friends. God bless you both. All the best until next week." Thank you, Leslie.
Thank
So
you.
these small things can change. 404-1189. That's for Nikki. We could go 2 minutes more because somebody has to call and make their contribution, and they're willing to do it. It says, keep going.
Is somebody?
Wait, hold on. I'm going to get her.
Oh,
Yep. Let me tell her 404-1189. Yeah. So it says all the things that you're saying here. Um, Alban says, as a mental health first aider, I love programs like this. So, Alban, you know what you can do? Sometimes link with us where you link right now. And some days you can come on and we can have the discussion about programs that we do because mental health is every one of us business. Every one of us go through different things every day, whether it's mentally good or mentally bad. It is mental health. And we do not want mental health to turn into mental illness. So thank you so much for letting us know that. So it says here, keep going, keep planting, keep believing. Your small steps are not small at all. You hear that, Jester? The small steps that we take every day, they are not small at all. Because we are building what? We're building our lives brick by brick. We are laying the foundation brick by brick to make it into something monumental at the end of the day. The little things we do daily matters because they shape our habits, influence our emotions, and create ripple effects in our relationships and the environment and 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 our mental health. Nikki, we're leaving the line open for you to call and make a contribution. 404-1189. It is 12 noon. But hey, we could take a little 2 minutes to go a bit 2 minutes more so that whoever wants to make the contribution about what we did today. Because the topic of it was why the little things you do every day are a big deal. It
Oh,
builds.
who tell you you could get 2 minutes anytime, Claire?
Well, you could go, I could do it myself. Nikki, come on, 404-1189. Make sure the phone is up and running, Jester. 2 minutes.
I hope you were able to come here and close on everything.
That's right. I stay at the distance. I have my son there. He close on everything for me from afar. He sets it up from afar. He's gonna close it down from afar. That's all right. I'm bad like that. And my son bad like that.
Oh gosh, you come here and pour it up, fine.
Yeah, pour it up and pour it up. So, well, Nikki, where you there? I can't hear you. So, I guess we have come to the end. If Nikki calls, we'll take a call. But I think, Jester, when I did the research on this, I was touched by it so hard. Because you see, the things that we take for granted every day, we take people for granted. We take things for granted. And we never ever stop to appreciate what someone does for you or the little thing that they did for you. Somebody just give you a bottle of water when it's a hot day will save you from dying from dehydration. That is a small act of kindness. Very small. So, I guess Nikki cannot get through. Yes?
You think you ever have been taken for granted?
Me? All the time. But I don't reciprocate by taking people for granted. I always say.
Did you answer me?
I said all the time. You didn't hear me? Yeah, people take me for granted all the time. Or sometimes.
I'm sorry.
You don't know, there's no need to be sorry. Because we all do it.
I'm just sorry.
We all do it. We all take people for granted. You would think that tomorrow morning, I'll get up tomorrow morning and I'll see my daughter in the room next door. I take that for granted. But that doesn't have to be true. She will take me for granted and think that when she come home this evening, she'll get food because mom is home. She takes that for granted. But that doesn't mean that I'll cook. So you see, we take people for granted every day of our lives, and that's why this program means so much to me today, to say that the little things that we do.
Stop it. She don't take it for granted. Is what is expected.
Thank you, Alban. Alban says, have a positive day, everyone. And positivity is all about what we do here, to be positive. Thank you all. I think Nikki call get lost in translation. It is 3 minutes after the 12 o'clock hour. We'd like to say thank you to each and everyone who checked in. And let me start off by saying thank you, Alban Hippolyte, Leslie Nicholas, Claire Edwards, Ricky, Carl Belfon, Shama Wells, Natalina Buddy, Lorna Bain, Mr. Pear, Hilarion Gunpot. Thank you so much to all of you who checked in on our program, and we do not take this for granted. We really, really, really appreciate when you check in on live with us every Tuesday to listen to what we have to say. And hopefully next week we'll have another bumper topic. Chance the Gamer 97, good morning to you, and thank you so much for checking in. He's always, always, always there, regardless of what. And these are the people I'd like to say thank you to, my kings and queens and in-betweens. Thank you for partaking in what we have this morning. May I say, whatever you had to achieve or what you had conceived, this is what you can achieve. And you can achieve building your life brick by brick for one small kindness each and every day. Thank you all so very much. Jester.
Wake up, it's
To the Take 5 family.
some things I need
Indeed, it was a pleasure having you again.
alone.
to be part of the conversation. And we do look forward for your presence next week, Tuesday, God's will, while we endeavor to have another topic of interest for you. Once again, my name, Jester Noel. And to the petite lady across the seas.
Hi, I am CJ.
Oh my goodness gracious. What a morning it was indeed. Thank you to all the folks who chime in, making the program what it was.
We're here to realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home. It's okay to not be okay. Let's talk it out, don't drift away. Mental health, it matters most. So come in close and raise a toast to the ones who fight
Jester. Goodbye. Bye, everyone. Love y'all.
Oh, take 5 with CJ and Jester.
As we're about to end stream,
Lifting pressure every Tuesday, 10 to noon.